Hello, I'm Tom Whitehead and my website is Cuisine Thoughts. We're going to cook two different vegetables today. We're going to cook some beets and we're going to cook some asparagus. And you'll see when I get my asparagus from the store, get it delivered, whatever, I take the asparagus, cut the very ends off and put it in water and put it in the fridge. That keeps it very firm and fresh. Now, people have asked me too, what's considered, what do you look for in a asparagus? Well, this one is beautiful. See how the tip is all together, nicely formed. If you feel it, it's hard as a rock, beautiful. See how the tip of this one is falling apart? We don't want that one. There's nothing wrong with it. The only reason we don't want it is aesthetic, but we're gonna cook it today no matter what. The other thing I like to do, and this is purely for aesthetics also, is I like to peel my asparagus. But the first thing we want to do is we want to get, I've got some water going for the beets. And all I do with the beets is I take them and I cut up, don't cut it all the way to the beet part, but cut about a 1/4 inch from the top. I leave the roots, I leave everything else, and then I just put it in boiling water. And we boil those till they're tender, and then we peel them. Now back to the asparagus. Kind of a strange duo, isn't it? Asparagus and beets, but root and stalk, I guess we could look at it. Root and stalk. So anyway, what we're going to do with the asparagus is we're going to peel them. And how do you peel an asparagus? Well, you take a handy dandy peeler. And there's a peeled asparagus. The reason I do that is the color just is neon green when it gets cooked. It's beautiful on the plate. I like that a lot. You don't have to do it. It doesn't do anything for the flavor of the asparagus. It just looks nice. One of the things, when I went to a new catering kitchen, they had never peeled an asparagus before. So I said, hey, have you ever done this? And I peeled it. The owner thought it was fantastic. The next day I have a case of asparagus at my station. So be careful what you show people you can do. All right, let's finish these off. You get into a little rhythm. It's comfortable. It's fun to do. And the thing about vegetables is, as you being the chef, is you've got control of how you like them. Meaning, if you like your vegetables tender, cook them till they're tender. If you like them al dente, take them out al dente. But it's up to you. And if anybody is rude enough at your table to say it's overdone, never invite them back again. It's simple as that. So, here are my peeled asparagus. I'm putting them in a low pan today so you can see how they're cooking. And we're just going to cook those until they're done. The water is a little bit salted. I don't like to salt my water as much as other people do because I like to keep more control with me and my palate rather than putting, for instance, I've done it with, a perfect example is dried beans, like navy beans. I've put too much salt in the water and it ruined it. So you don't put too much salt in, put a little salt in, and then we can work from there. All right. Okay, let's see if the asparagus are done. So I like to just cut a little bit of the end off. we go. Almost there, pretty good. Now this is just a bowl of ice water. And I'm going to show you something that's called refreshing. What we do, you can do this with a lot of your green vegetables, especially if you want to get it cooked earlier in the day before your dinner party or your meal. Because you take it, put it in the ice water, let it cool down, and then you're basically done. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to put these in the ice water. And I doubt if you can see this, but particularly for the asparagus, the color just shoots out. Look how beautiful that is. So we're going to do that. And now you can imagine that we've gone forward in time to you're going to take these out of the ice water. And then you can just put them on a plate and just cover them with plastic wrap and put them in your fridge till later. So how do you finish this off? So what you have to do to finish this off is, let's say your meal is, you're ready to go, your protein is ready, everything's almost ready to plate. Well, you're going to take some butter and you're going to put it into this pan. And I have, from an earlier class, I have some garlic butter. So I'm going to use the garlic butter. Oops. We're going to use that ice water for the beets in a minute too. And then you just simply saute these until they're hot and cook through. And at this point, we're going to need some salt. And this is what you would do if you wanted to serve them warm. The other beautiful thing is you can take these asparagus after you get them out of the ice water, after they're in the fridge, and you can make a beautiful salad. You can just lay them on a plate, 3 or 4, and put a vinaigrette on top of it. Beautiful. Can't beat that. Okay. Lovely, huh? So, our asparagus are done. Okay, our beets are done, and how do you tell if a beet is done? You take your handy dandy knife and you poke into it. And if it goes in easily, then it's done. Another way people do it is some of the beets are floating now. So you have to do both. If you see them floating, that's a good sign they're done, but you have to use your knife to see if they're really done. So the next thing we're going to do is like we did with the asparagus, we're going to refresh it. And then one of the reasons we're going to refresh it is because I still have to peel them. And I don't like to peel something this hot. So how are we going to serve this? Well, one of the ways we're going to serve it, we have 2 ways. We're going to peel them, we're going to slice them, and we're going to saute them in butter at the last minute for your meal with salt and pepper. The other thing you can do is after we have peeled them, you can put them back into the ice water, cool them down, and at that point you can make a beet salad out of them, or use them as a crudité or anything. So this is just the simple method of how to cook them. Now we have to talk about what to do next. Well, what you're going to do next is you'll take the root off, and then you'll see all you have to do to peel them is rub them. I'm going to cut the top off. And there. Your beet is done. So, we put that back in. You can see sometimes it's wise to use a glove. I don't have a glove today. I do, but I forgot to get it out. Silly me. So then, if they don't peel that well, you can start to scrape them a little bit. And then there they go. There we go. There. So let's take the one here we go. One of the ones I've done. Now what are we going to do? I'm going to take a pan. In this case, I've got a pan that already has some olive oil in it. I mean, some butter in it. Peeling them. See how the peel just comes right off. It's awesome. Do it under running water helps. Need some salt. And there you go. Easy. Like I said, you can take the ones that you cooled off, peel them, and you can make a salad out of them. Just like the asparagus, you can cool them off and make a salad. So I hope you've liked this video. Shows you some different ways to cook, but basically you need to get the vegetable to the way you like it and serve it. So anyway, bon appetit. Thanks for watching.